Okay, yes, we welcome you back. Ekiti State election, 20 days to the D-Day as we know it. The June 21 governorship election in Ekiti State promises to be very interesting for two major reasons. One, it offers a golden opportunity for the PDP to disprove allegations that it has become a dead party in the zone, that is in the southwest, given the deep and unending divisions within its fold, and it's lost out in southwest zone in 2011. So there's that feeling that PDP is not going to be able to regain, and this is an opportunity to regain at least one state in the southwest. The second reason is perhaps more important. However, the election is seen by many analysts as offering a template to gauge the mood in the state and by implication the southwest geopolitical zone ahead of the 2015 presidential election. So there's that feeling that if the people seem to have tilted towards PDP, then there is every hope for whoever, because the president has not declared his intention to run yet. But if he does, if he wins, or if PDP wins in Ekiti State, then there is that feeling that the president might be able to win some part of the southwest, and then the political equation becomes something that you have to review and reanalyze and be able to get a solution or a result that gives you the indication that yes, he might be able to win the southwest and possibly southeast and south-south,
and then
eventually win the presidency again. So there are so many things hanging on the balance on this Ekiti State election. We invited all the political parties, but unfortunately this morning we only have representatives of the APC and that of the Labour Party, and I will start with the lady who's sitting on my right-hand side, looking very beautiful this morning, Mrs. Badekunle-Bruce, who's the spokesperson for Ekiti State Labour Party. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning, viewers.
And on my left-hand side is my brother, the congressman, who is a member of the House of Reps, representing Ekiti North Federal Constituency, Congressman Bimbo Damola.
Thank you very much.
Great to have you here.
Great. Every time I feel good to come back here. Thank you very much.
Okay, I'll start with the lady, Mrs. Badekunle-Bruce. When you look at the dynamics and the workings and the situation in Ekiti State, and it's just about 20 days to the election, what are the chances of Labour Party?
Thank you very much for your question. Today in Ekiti, the Labour Party is the leading party. It is the party to beat in the forthcoming elections. And the Labour Party in Ekiti State, of course, is a coalition of people from the NACN, even from APC, from the PDP, and of course people that had never been partisan in time past.
Who are these people that formed the coalition?
Ekiti indigenes.
They merged, or they
we all came together. Of course, people that moved away, people that felt disgruntled with the workings of some other political parties, people that had never been partisan, but this time around, when they saw the flag bearer of the Labour Party in Ekiti State, and of course they noticed that this is somebody that has been trusted, that is trusted, somebody that can actually lead the state out of the current woods. Of course, we all moved together, all of us.
What is your party and your candidate offering that makes it such that it is compelling for all of these people to come together?
Thank you. My party today in Ekiti is promising a new hope, a new dawn. We're promising a government that will be unusual. We're promising a real democracy in Ekiti. Government that will be accountable to the people, government that will feel the pulse of the people and do that which the people really, really need and desire.
Are you promising?
Yes.
Right.
In clear terms. Thank you very much. Right now in Ekiti State, we still practice what we call subsistence farming. The first love, if I may put it that way, the first love of Ekiti as a state is agriculture. We have lush grains everywhere. Therefore, we're promising Ekiti people mechanized farming. Enough of subsistence farming whereby a farmer is just producing for what himself and his immediate family would would consume. We want to move Ekiti forward. We're promising mechanized farming. We're promising Ekiti people real democracy that would get to the grassroots. Right now in Ekiti, I hope you're aware that for the past 42 months, we've not had a local government election in Ekiti. Our government is promising a fair, credible local government elections within the first 6 months of our administration, because we realize that for you to have real democracy, for you to take governance to the grassroots, you need to make the local government very, very vibrant. We're also promising youth empowerment, real youth empowerment. We're promising gainful employment. I must tell you that today in Ekiti, we have over 400,000 employable youths roaming about the streets, and that's why you can see a lot of violence, thuggery in the hands of some political parties that feel that, look, these people are there, they're free, we can just engage them, because they're not working. So we're promising Ekiti people that the youths are the future of our state and, of course, Nigeria. We're promising them gainful employment in Ekiti. Right now, it is not so.
Mr. Daramola, I cannot help but notice, Congressman, I beg your pardon. Thank you. I mean, I had to look back because you were flipping the papers, like you were recalling and looking through a list while she spoke. What are your views on the upcoming election?
Well, you know, it hurts me a little bit when people come to television, particularly national television, and they say things that are particularly not very true. Okay, burden of trust that we carry when you appear for the people using a platform like this. And I'm going to do semantics here. I'm going to spotlight on everything she had said. But before that, let me make this abundantly clear. 3 major candidates are running at election. 3.5. Okay. Yes, maybe 3.5. The very first one, John Fayemi of the APC, Michael Okoyemi-Bamidele of the Labour Party, my colleague, okay, at the National Assembly, and then the third person, Dr. Peter of the PDP. I dare say, as we speak, only one that is running on firing more sinners on the basis of record is John Fayemi. I dare have given me the mandate to the Assembly. I have to show for it. With my constituents every year, every other representative that I know does that. Okay? But this is not about personality. I am saying that if anybody is going to promise you anything, you first and foremost look at what the person has got. Today, we have this to show for the mandate of Dr. John Fayemi for the past 3.5 years. You can't fault this. Listen, this is not, every town and village, there are 131 towns and villages in Ekiti State as we speak today. Every one of them has minimum of 5 projects here in black and white. Now, and I'm going to leave one with you, and I will give one to the Labour Party. Now, she talked about local government elections. How did we get there? This is a matter that is in court. Why wouldn't Dr. Fayemi conduct elections? You don't even judge a government on the basis of not conducting elections when the matter is in court. Until it is decided in court, PDP took us to court, took APC to court, the then ACN to court, because they felt, oh, the woman in charge of, that was supposed to conduct to present over the election belongs to the party, is a card member of ACN. The case went to court, it was ruled in our favor, then we lost, and then we appealed, and all of that. That's about that. So, it is not an added advantage. It is not something you can pitch people on, or pitch Nigerians on, that you're going to conduct local government elections as if APC wouldn't have ordinarily conduct local government elections. That's number one. She talked about agriculture. And I dare say, the only man who is coming to this election with a paid check is Dr. John Fayemi. His check is paid, not promissory notes. Every other person is coming on promissory notes. I say that because she talked about subsistence. I'm not sure if it's the same Ekiti we are talking about here. We moved beyond that 3.5 years. We now have a policy called Y-Card, Youth in Commercial Agriculture. where government, and they are all effusively carried, captured here.
Are you sure you're not playing on the power of the incumbent?
Listen, this is responsible incumbency.
Okay.
You could be an incumbent and be irresponsible.
Right.
But this is responsible incumbency. And in responsible incumbency, one of the indices of that would be that you can you can validate and point to things you've done with the mandate of the people. The agriculture she's talked about has been at subsistence level way back. We moved beyond that.
So where are you now?
Of course, it's mechanized. It's clearly mechanized. I'll give you clear examples. Tractors have been provided. Resources have been provided to farmers. Indeed, one medical doctor, I've forgotten his name now, one medical doctor opted for farming on the basis of the incentives that the John Fayemi administration had provided. In 3.5 years, the boy is alive today.
So when Mrs.
Badekunle-Bruce
talks about...
and she talked about youth empowerment. I don't know which administration can suck up, particularly in a state that takes 2.6 billion naira. This government, by its ingenuity, are taking the IGR from 100 million naira, the government that she served on him, the immediate past one, had IGR of about 100 million. Finally, plugging loopholes out of that, taking it to 600 naira, and take that money, 600 million naira. Now, putting all of that together to work with people, and then had a scheme called Youth Volunteer Corps to keep 10,000 people off the streets, and then reskilling them, giving them vocation, and giving them opportunity. It's like a holding room where they can rediscover themselves. And before the expiration of 2 years, they can find a level.
Okay, so very quickly then, when Mrs. Badekunle-Bruce said that there's 400,000 young Ekiti youths who are roaming the streets, you haven't seen any of them.
I need to see the empirical details, and I dare say that's not true.
Okay.
Our population, listen.
So
our population is
if you said if it is untrue,
I will let her say.
I will let her defend that.
Let me just finish with the question you asked me. 400,000 people, 400,000 kids on the streets.
On the streets.
Yeah? One, I will need empirical details of that. Ekiti State is about 2.3, 2.4 million people total. So how are you going to get 400,000 of them on the streets of Ekiti? That's not true.
Okay. So,
thank you very much for the opportunity for me to respond to some of the things my brother Bimbola had talked about. First, that booklet there. When I saw it on Sunday, I laughed. It's totally laughable. And I'll take it from what he said, that every town and village in Ekiti has at least 5 projects. I'm shocked. I'm from Igede-Ekiti.
Okay.
One minute, please. 1 minute. I'm from Igede-Ekiti. And as I speak with you, the only project that this government embarked upon in Igede-Ekiti, my hometown, it's actually in ruins. It was abandoned.
What project is that?
Let me tell you.
What is the project?
It's a classroom project in Igede-Ekiti.
They tried to build it
and abandoned it. There's a talk about, you see series of 5-kilometer roads listed there. It is not true. They are not real. In Ekiti today, we have one government in place that is the government of billboards and of publications like this. And that's the honest truth. An average Ekiti person knows that quite all right. Now, moving on.
Before you move on,
yes.
then, what about this issue of helping the aged? That the
I'm coming to all of that. I'm coming to